It began with one man. A man who stands alone as the icon of Channel Islands World Wrestling.
I mean, the guy was a star.
The best.
He was a natural-born wrestler.
A man who changed the industry.
He was an inspiration to me.
Absolute best in the business, hands down. Hands up, whichever way your hands are.
He's a legend. You can see for yourselves with everything he did.
A man who was as handsome as he was tough.
He could steal my gun and whip my ass, and then I'd still pay for dinner.
He was so meaty.
The man, the myth, the meat. Eric Espetada. CIWW is proud to announce this ravishing craftsman of the grapple arts as the first ever inductee into the WrestleMan Hall of Fame. Continue watching as we look back at his illustrious and macho career. Eric was born in Stoke-on-Trent after his mother gave birth to him. He spent his childhood watching wrestling on colour television and started training at 6 years old. It seemed he was destined to enter the squared circle.
Oh, the guy was a natural. I mean, he was delivering snap mares as he came out of his mum, you know what I mean? No, that's what we used to say. He probably popped out and suplexed the midwife.
He was born to wrestle.
At 6 years old, he was 5'3" and wrestling bear cubs.
The enthusiastic rookie had oodles of talent. At the age of 7, he realised Stoke could not fulfil his grappetite, and he moved to the Algarve. There, he joined the esteemed Tavira Wrestle Association of Teaching.
Stoke, Portugal, they're both such hotbeds of raw wrestling talent, and to stand out amongst that lineup of wrestling talent is just, you need to be a talented wrestler.
The best to ever come out of Portugal.
Sensei said that he was the best in his karate class. He would be smacking the kids down. Bam, bam, yeah.
What a man.
Point A, he was the best.
In 1978, Eric met dangling Diamond Armstrong, who signed into Power Lucha Overdrive Professional Wrestling. He performed wrestle moves and exuded bravado as he quickly moved up the wrestle charts.
When he moved to Power Lucha, that's when he really started taking off. He was doing 60 moves a match, 70 moves a match, 80 moves a match. At one time, he did 89 moves in one match, which was a record.
He was at the very peak. Put so many flips into one splash one day, I lost count. I was stood there, I was like, I was alright at maths. But, you know, once I get beyond 450, I don't know what angle that is.
Eric was a tough man and widely recognised as one of the toughest men whom ever became a man.
A lot of it was his athletic prowess, of which he had bags.
He would tug fellas around that ring like no one's business.
His strength, superhuman strength. One of, if not the toughest man ever.
Nothing displayed his freakish manliness quite like his signature wrestle maneuver, the King Prawn Combo.
But the first time I saw it, he's just running, like a runner. And he just pops him. Like straight in the nose.
The King Prawn Combo. Boy, do I know that move well.
Run, punch!
The King Prawn Combo. I've been hit in my time, but never quite at that velocity in such a manner.
The King Prawn Combo was the best move there's ever been when there's been a move.
Eric Espetada, he was a wrestling genius. No one before him had considered running up to someone and then punching them in the face. It was unheard of.
You did not want to be on the wrong side of that move. I'm telling you that.
Right foot, left foot, punch.
As well as being barbarically handsome, he was an innovator.
Oh, you've heard of the full Nelson, the half Nelson. Well, he was the first one to do both of them at the same time. So we're talking 1.5 Nelson.
He invented the Irish whip. He basically threw a man against the ropes, and then he came back.
The man invented the free count.
There was the Boston Crab, the prawn hold, the inverted lobster, And any of the wrestling crustacean moves. No one did that before him.
Twitter!
Eric was notoriously superstitious and credited all of his success to his very specific pre-match routine.
Oh, this is it, is it? Let's see it.
Or he'd go, before a match, he'd go bananas, he'd slap himself.
Some jumping jills. I imagine they're quite like jumping jacks.
Do some burpees.
And then he would do a bit of minor yoga for 45 minutes.
Pilates!
Some ambient stretch.
Skipping rope!
He did all of his exercises naked.
He would always talk before a match, I need my juice. I need my juice. Give me my juice.
The back sack and crack.
Yeah, he'd call his mum.
You'd have a really good tug of his mask so that it wouldn't come off in the middle of the match.
And I say, Eric's Eric.
In 1991, he met a man who would become the man that would become his tag team partner for the next 2 decades, Bantero. Together, they had over 5 attributes that would see them dominate many tag team men worldwide.
We didn't actually meet through wrestling. We lived a block apart from each other in Tavira, I think it was. And we shared a laundrette. And it was one day I was in there and I was watching him popping in his mask to the tumble dry, and I went, yeah, you're a wrestler, aren't you? And he was like, yeah, of course I am, you fat idiot. What do you think this is? Some kind of a laugh? And I took that one on the chin, because it was a pretty dumb question. But I said to him, have you ever wanted to form a tag team partner? And he said, what, with a chump like you? Well, I had the last laugh because this chump got to ride with one of the best men that I've ever been in the industry. Literally just gold raining on us for the first 10 years we were together. We had enough belts in those 10 years between us to go around about 85 pairs of trousers.
Am I on the telly? Am I on the telly box right now?
He wanted to have a wife in every single town we went to. That was what he used to say. He used to say, I want to have a wife in every single town we go to. And you know what? In nearly every single town we went to, he had a wife.
Not just known for his world-class technical ability, his extraordinary charm and persona were well celebrated.
The guy could talk. He was the first man to do a 60-minute live promo, and the crowd loved it.
I mean, the Eric Espetada character, not the man, but the character, was so delicious. And I'm not just saying that. I could, but I'm not.
The guy oozed charisma.
How good was Eric Espetada? He made grown men weep.
And there isn't a thing the man can't do.
It's not often spoken about, but there are many facets to the Eric Espetada character which don't get enough credit. I mean, the man's done more for the feminist movement than any bloody woman has.
You give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. You give a man an espetada. Well, you know what they say.
What was his catchphrase again?
I'm gonna pan your face in, you twerp!
I'm gonna pan your face in, you twerp!
I'm going to pan your face in, you twerp. And then he would sort of do this, like, clap thing.
I'm gonna pan your face in, you twerp. What does that even mean, huh?
I'm gonna pan your face in, you twerp. He did it better.
I'm going to pan your face in, you twerp. I mean, do you remember that? She remembers it.
He panned a lot of faces in as well.
An illuminating man, a vigorous man, a sensual man, Eric Espetada truly stands alone as a man.
He actually wore the mask because the women found him too attractive. They would go mental trying to get to him.
He was a gorgeous man.
He had the juice and the caboose.
The ladies loved his chest hair. mean, they're putting their fingers in it, they were rubbing it, sniffing it, tickling it.
What a hairy man.
Eric had to have the peachiest skin I've seen on someone of his creed. I mean, it really was something to behold.
The man was gorgeous, especially as a child.
Eric Espetada would have more sex on his way to the ring than most people have in a week.
In 2012, Eric and Bantero finally reached the pinnacle of the wrestle world, signing a whopping manly contract with industry leaders Channel Islands World Wrestling.
Oh, we were proper excited when we got to Jersey. Oh, absolutely. Wet your pants excited, we were. And the first night we get there, we're in like a little show, and well, that was when the heel turn came, Eric's heel turn, and it just blew everyone away. I mean, no one knew about it. The promoters didn't know about it. The guy who run it didn't know about it. The booking guy, he didn't know about it. The locker room, they didn't know about it. I didn't know about it. I presume Eric knew. Going into the ring that he was going to do what he did. But yeah, like more or less, as soon as the bell rung, he just kicks me square in the balls. As hard as he can. And I dropped down, naturally, you know. And from there he just starts stamping on them repeatedly, like proper stamping on them, like proper, you know, properly stamping on my balls. Then he gets the chair out. Oh, what are you going to do with that? Well, I didn't say that, I couldn't speak, I could barely breathe. And he starts working on me with a chair, right between the legs. Bam, bam, bam! And he's making the sound effects with his mouth, and he never spoke, really.
I mean, it must have been like scrambled eggs by the time he'd finished.
I saw that. It was hard to watch. It was just ball shot after ball shot. I don't know, after two, how many more balls do you have?
Relentless.
His balls swelled up so much it looked like he was bouncing on a beanbag.
She's laughing.
With the smell of Al Bantero's balls all over his fists and feet, Eric was on his own. He went on to have some of the all-time classic matches in CIWW.
Eric Espetada's best moment was probably his first in the Royal Rumble.
Royal Rumble. It was vintage Espetada.
His best match was definitely the Royal Rumble.
The Royal Rumble just a 7-star classic.
I love the Royal Rumble.
9 months after that match, more babies are born than after any other match in wrestling history.
Now, people always say that your last match should be your best, and Eric didn't disappoint. The greatest match of all time was the Rumble.
Yeah, fair play to him.
His in-ring career may have been over, but his gargantuan contribution to wrestling was far from it. He founded the CIWW Training Academy that has seen many a man become a wrestleman.
He's the reason I even do this. In fact, he gave me my first pair of trunks.
When I heard he was running it, I signed straight up.
The move I do where I jump off the top rope and then stop and then do a move, he taught me that.
He gave me my maracas.
And he taught me how to count to 3. Before that, I was getting to 2, or sometimes I'd even go to 4.
To take all of that knowledge and to pass it down to humble souls like myself. I mean, that's the greatest gift you can give.
There was this one time in the showers after training, and
Despite being widely recognised as the best man in the entire space, Eric's life was not without controversy.
That guy was a bona fide rascal. Everyone has their favourite Eric Espetada atrocity.
The shower incident.
the sausage incident,
The tuna incident.
The meat and 2 veg incident.
the Spanish omelette incident.
The spaghetti incidents.
I mean, after that last incident, No one saw him. No one's seen him since. He's missed my little one's christening, my marriage, my getting married. He missed that. No one's seen him. And I'd like to use this, if I may, to reach out to you, Eric, and say, it's all water under the fridge, mate, as far as I'm concerned. Come home, Eric, and accept what you rightfully deserve. The first place in the Channel Island World Wrestling Hall of Fame, Eric. Come home. There's water under the fridge, mate.
Mr. Bonwy, are you okay? Do you need a glass of water or something? Do you want us to stop filming?